Hi everyone, so today we have day 12 of Spellbinders 13 Days of Craft-O-Ween. We're almost right to day 13, wrapping it all up. It's been a journey. Let's check out what we did in the past. So day 1, the first day I made a background that lasted us 4 days. On the 5th day I made a background that lasted us another 4 days, and then we made another background very recently here. So you'll see that these first 4 are very similar. Day 2, day 3, and day 4. Still so cute. I love that. And then the new background for days 5, 6, 7, and 8, which are so cute. And then the new background for days 9, 10, and 11. Really sweet. And then, of course, on day 11, I made the discovery. I'm like, oh, we've seen some of these things here, so I wonder if anything. And then when I opened day 11, it happened to be a haunted house there. So I will say this item was sent free of charge from my review, and all opinions are my own. And the links down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission. Those links are for the US and for the UK. And I will say this box has been sold out. It's just been sold out. So we're trying it out every day. Remember, Spellbinders is also making videos every day. I think Yana might be the one that's making the videos, unless it's a mix of people. So they're always really great. So you can check those out too for more inspo or, ideas and stuff like that. So day 12. Let's open this guy up. I love the little bat. It looks really cute. Oh, that is so cute. So it's a little cauldron with like little legs, as a stand, or little legs just to be fun. You don't have to use the legs if you don't want to. I mean, again, mix and match with all these other things, little ghosties flying around, all that cute stuff. This is adorable. They're pairing it with the sentiment of have a treat-filled night. So yeah, you have your cauldron, and then you have the little, this background piece that is going to add the handles for you. Okay, so instead of having like a small piece, you just pop this in the back, so it's nice. They have like a grayish black and then black, so maybe since I've been doing a lot of black glitter, maybe I'll do glittery black for this one, and then just regular black paper for this background piece. You have this little ring that helps you kind of finish it off also, so that, again, I would probably cut from black paper. Anyway, we can talk about that in just a moment. So you have these little bubbles, really cute. A little like bone and like a straw that would be in there, and then you have your skull with the background piece for that. Oh yes, I was like, what is this for? So this piece is the actual leg portion here, and then this little piece is the black area of the orange legs if you go with orange, and then your little shoes, right? So it's all one piece, really easy to work with. I like that instead of having smaller pieces you have to kind of put together. So I've just been using my backgrounds and popping them onto black card bases. I will say this is my last one from the set of 4 that we had just done, and so day 13 is going to have its own background, I suppose. So let me put these things to the side. I'm going to go ahead and cut down a card base, A2 size, so it's going to be 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. I'm just making them basic the way I always would cut like a normal card, and then you can use it landscape or however. Sometimes I like to cut them in the length, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, then scored at 5.5, and that's always a fun look because it just, excuse me, and I like to do that longer type, so when you stand it up, it's more of a tent fold, I guess is what they call it. So there you go, but I'll be right back. Oh, and then I'm gonna trim this down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, then go ahead and stick that down. Okay, so I just stuck that down. I'm going to put something heavy on top of that just to keep it flat. And okay, so again, I've been using this beautiful onyx glitter card from the Spellbinders treasured cardstock. Now that I'm saying that, I need to remember to link it on the other videos where I've been using it like every day here. So yeah, I'll get that going. So for that, I just want to, sorry guys, cut this guy out. It kind of tucks in there, so that'll be good. I'll just trim around there, and that will be that. I mean, glittery shoes would be very cute, but this is all in one piece, and I might as well just make it easy today. So we have that guy. Some black cardstock. I just have scraps here that'll help us, so I want this cut from the black cardstock, and also this ring, and also this portion here. It's going to be the background of the skull, again, the shoes and all that, so that can all be black. I think I'm going to cut this some different colors of green. I think that'd be fun. So whatever, bright green, dark green, so I'll run it through a few times from some green cardstock. And then you have like a little bone there. That's cute. You have the skull. you know, if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to run this through some white paper, and also this piece through some white paper. Let's see. I always have scraps of paper all around, so there's that one. And this guy. And then I do like orange for her little legs. So these little legs, look at this. The smallest scrap that I have here. I cut that off because I was going to throw it away, just because of the way it's torn. But look at that. So I didn't get a chance to throw it away yet, but it will fit here perfectly if I can get that. There we go. So tape everything down and run those through, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I ran through the rest of this little paper just to get a little orange straw, so that's good. And then I ran the green a couple times. They're showing it more than once or more than a couple. I mean, you can see that there's different layers here. So I just did dark green and a bright green, and we can just kind of play with that to make it look fun here. So we have 6 pieces all together there. But again, whatever I decide to toss in there will be good. Okay, so we have this guy. I'll get a little bit closer. And this is not anything I need. There. Our legs. We're going to have this little piece here, and it goes from thin to a little bit wider, so you can clearly see that where it widens out, that's obviously going to be in that area. This guy can go right down the center. That is so cute. And there are little marks here, so I assume those marks, there you go, have to do with where you're going to be putting some of these items, right? So like the shoes, I'm going to put a little glue just down this curved area just to get the shoe down. And then the other piece is going to stick to the cauldron at the top. So for right now, I'm just matching that area up. Oh, how cute if these would like purple and orange, or just fun colors like that. The cauldron can definitely go on there already, but let's just go ahead and stick this to the back of it. I don't believe it opens yet, so it's just what it is. Just follow the shape of the cauldron there. I will say it does have an indentation on the die, but since I'm using glitter paper, you can barely see it. There's like a little indentation right there that just gives you a little added detail. Let's stick our skull onto its backing, which is this piece here. And then, oh, I guess I have a white straw, but it's not really. I meant to toss that out. Oopsie. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, and then here I have this little bone, but it also came with a white straw. I don't need that guy, so I'll put that to the side. Okay, so this, assuming, well, it kind of has to go down. But then I also kind of want it to help me make it look nice up here. So maybe what I do is kind of have an idea of where that is. Actually, I think that all works out. I was just going to say, because I feel like I need that to help me kind of layer this in and make it look nice and clean in the front, but I don't know that that matters that much, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And it is on the thinner side, guys, so just a little something like this. But if you wanted to like put glue in the front, then only glue down the back once you're ready. Or, sorry, put glue in the back and not glue down the front until you've kind of tucked in your little bits. That would work. Let's put this dark green in the back. This is glitter paper, so it's not going to hold the glue very well yet, so maybe I can kind of finagle a little bit of extra stuff in there. So I'm putting this pretty much all the way to the side, so it covers that area. And then we have this lighter one that we can also use, right, if you want to put that much in, but I feel like it's too big. So let's go with maybe this one. And you can also cut pieces. You don't have to just completely use them the way they are. Like this guy can be bubbling over the edge if you want to, right? Something like that. And then maybe before we really stick that down, let's get this guy in here. Something like that. And a little bit further in. Nope, that's as good as it's going to be. And then we have our straw. So maybe I'm holding things down too early. this up a little bit if I can. Ah, cute. Okay. Try to fill it in with more pieces. Again, we have the dark green again. Maybe that goes here. And then this lighter green one goes over here. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe a different direction. Okay, let's do that. I'm just going to put glue down. Pop that guy there. And then this guy can go in here. And I think I have enough glue to hold that. Let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to hold these guys down. Sorry. Oopsie. See? I'm just going to hold these down. It came back up with me. Okay, hold on. Let's put a little more glue. There we go. Cute. Okay, now hold it down. I will say you're supposed to tuck this little guy in here too. So, you know, however you want. I think I already stuck this down in a way that maybe I can still get it in there. You know, I hardly ever use like a ton of glue, so I'm always able to kind of rework things. Okay, cute. And he can be higher up, you know, whatever it is you want. Okay, so I guess that's that for that. And then the little legs. Oh, we still hadn't stayed down yet. Oh my goodness. Cute. Oh my goodness. That is adorable. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that to set up because my little shoes were still moving around. And I'll be back. Okay, so let's move this over. And maybe I'll back up a little bit because I forget sometimes that I closed up. All right. And you know, I mean, our card, that's cute too. It can be either way. Maybe we do put it over here. I wasn't planning on that, but you know what? Why not? And then, I mean, we have some more little green stuff. You want to have it, like, if it fell down, you know, it's dripping out here or whatever. I mean, that one's kind of big, but that'd be cute. But I'll put those to the side for now. And let me grab the sentiment and have a treat-filled night. It's giving a little bit St. Patrick's Day to me. I don't know why. Maybe a lot of the green there, but that's what I went with. So there we go. So have a treat-filled night. Oh, it's right here. Oh, I already have a little sequins out here. Okay. I guess, would that be a sequin? What is a singular sequin? Like, does it have a name? Like it's like a button or a sequin? I don't know. Round or something? I don't know. I guess I could look it up. Was that important? There we go. Have a treat-filled night. I'm trying to put this straight, like there. It has a lot going on because the have a and then the treat is kind of funny, and then the filled is going this way, and the night is straight, I think. So I was looking at night being the part that I would focus on. I think I did okay there. And I'm just going to glue this guy down just the way it is. So let's get some glue on here, really support this project. Back in here. These guys are kind of layers up above what's going on, but you know, you can still secure them. And we'll put this little guy right here. I'm going to hold this down and I'll be back. Okay, and this one definitely needs some sequins. I think to finish off, it'll be very cute. Oh my goodness, I'm trying not to get ink all over my hands, but never fails. All right, I'll pour some of these out. Make sure I have everything there. That looks good. Okay. I mean, they could all just go down here. That'd be really cute. But I always, you know, end up putting some up here, some down here. That's fine. There's just 3 little dots. And let's get some glue on there. I don't have a lot of purple going on, so maybe I'll minimize that. I do have more orange, so let's add a larger orange. I have it backwards. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna put that to the side and clean that off. Oh, I have more sequins over here from the other day, apparently. There's some pieces here. Let's get this thing going, if I can. Okay. Orange, cupped, facing me. There we go. Orange. A little black one. And a little purple one. Oh, there was a black one behind there. And I guess I can put that one over here. That's pretty funny. I usually check them, but that one didn't look like it was, you know, 2 sequins thick. But a lot of times you pick them up and they're pretty thick, so I kind of go like this and I separate them out. That's funny. Okay. And a little purple one. Do we have a little purple one? Yes, we do. And it came with another friend. That one did too. My goodness. Okay. There we go. All right, guys, and that is day 12. So day 13, we will create another background or just a whole other project. I was kind of thinking maybe I should make like something that holds candy. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for watching. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.